Hello, and welcome to Bald Knob Stories, keeping Bald Knob out there. First, the Farm and Ranch Report. Pork bellies are on the rise again and are carrying torches. They're heading down by the old lake road. We're advising people to avoid the area until further notice. Strawberry prices are inching upward. Beaver muskglands are now at $5.63 a gram. After doing some research, it turns out that beaver muskglands are a food additive. We will have more in our next broadcast. I'm guessing it would be classified as a natural ingredient.
And the natural ingredients are no longer liked by those eating muskglands. They have an addictive nature. I read all about this on the internet.
Addictive?
Addictive.
Like a drug.
Messes with your brain.
We'll have more in our next episode. And now, the police report. It was reported that a group of youths were licking toads east of the old meth lab and just west of Overflow Creek. The police have asked us to remind citizens that toad licking is not against the law, but running in the woods naked singing ABBA songs probably is. Please practice responsible toad licking. Toad licking.
Bah!
We are joined now by our roving reporters Angus McPherson, Gilly Grace Malone, and Bo at the Sherwood Forest Fair, just east of Austin. How are things at the fair?
I want to say hi to Gilly. Hi, Gilly.
And now,
Hi, Angus.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't want to leave you out.
And Bo. Now, our roving reporters at the fair.
Ah,
Thanks, Richard. We're having a grand time here at the fair. We had a bit of a problem finding a camping spot last night, pulled in on Thursday night, and almost all the spots were taken. We finally did find a good spot, but had to walk a ways to get to the entrance this morning. It's been perfect weather, and everybody's having a good time. Kind of a free-form dress code. Some are adhering to the 11th century look, but I did see Mickey Mouse and Batman earlier, so I guess anything goes. I'm a monk, but I'm really a priest, and I'm handing out indulgences to anyone who mentions Bald Knob Stories. So, if you want all your sins forgiven, find me at the fair and ask for indulgence and say you heard about it on Bald Knob Stories, and all your sins will be forgiven. Now, over to Gilly by the arena. Go Gilly.
thanks, Angus and Richard. I'm Gilly, short for Gillis. I'm like Irish. Not derogatory, part Spanish, part Irish. Look it up. And of course, Angus is Scottish. No doubt in that. Yes, I'm here at the arena. I heard the jousting is about to begin. Hope all goes well. Riders and horses take care. In my interview with Bald Knob, I said I wanted to do stories with animals. Little did I know, this would be my first assignment. The fair will be here 3 more weekends. Let's all come out with our families, lots of kids stuff to do. April 21st and 22nd. Very child friendly. They have lots of goodies for the kids. Lots of hair stuff and dresses too. So we were here and had a great time last night. Didn't see Bo anywhere. We're turning it over to Bo. Hope he's around. Bo, where are you? Richard, back to you. Turn it over to Bo, if you can find him. We're going to have a fun day at the fair. Bye!
Thank you all for giving us a first-hand look at the Sherwood Forest Fair. In just a moment, the next episode of Fergus McFluffface Fiona, and friends.
You go at the fair, Richard?
I think so. There are some weekends left, and I'm looking for a costume.
I'm gonna work it out where Gilly can help me with some hairstyles.
I think I'll be a knight in shining armor.
Whoa.
Yeah, might be heavy though. Anyway, here's our story, and we'll see you on the backside for needs and wants and our sponsors. Hello, and welcome back. Are you ready for the third adventure of Fergus McFluffface, Fiona, and friends? Well, good. As you recall, when we last left Fiona, she drank a magic elixir given to her by Prince James. The liquid will restore her memory of all her past lives, give her the wisdom and knowledge to work with the shinies, and knowledge of the customs of all the lands in this dimension. Fiona put the empty glass on the coffee table and slumped back on the couch. Images and memories were flooding into her brain, like remembering everything all at once. She closed her eyes and fell unconscious. I expected that, James said. Well, Fergus, she should be out for an hour or so. Gives us time to have our chat. Fergus pulled two overstuffed chairs up together as James went to the bar and got himself a beer and Fergus a lemonade. You know, James began, we can go a couple of ways with this, if you still want to go through with it. We can give you real human-like hands, or we can give you invisible human hands. You said that a teddy bear would look oddly creepy with hands, so it's up to you which option you want to go with. You see, Fergus wanted to help flying the spaceship, and he wanted to help load cargo and be a regular member of the crew, and he had stubby little teddy bear hands. So his reason for all this is to be able to help, but still maintain his teddy bear cuteness. Okay. I want to stay with the teddy bear image, said Fergus. So yes, invisible human hands would be best. Shaking hands will be awkward, but that would be the only drawback. Fiona shook her leg and said something about a past life making shoes in Spain. Okay, let's get started. James stood and walked over to one of the lab tables. Bring those bare arms over here and we'll get going. Fergus sat down at one of the tables while James walked over to a wall full of jars filled with liquids and powders. Selecting two large bottles, he came back to the table. Let me get a couple of plates and we'll be all set, Fergus sat patiently. James returned with two dinner plates and a large leather-bound book. I've never done a hand manifestation before, so I'm going to go by the book, just to make sure you don't end up with lobster claws. Fergus smiled a weak smile. You sure you know what you're doing? That's why I brought the book. Just a sec and we'll get started. James placed the plates in front of Fergus and sprinkled enough powder to cover the bottoms. These are the shinies. They will take on any form I'm able to mentally manifest. Skin, bones, blood, you name it. I'll need to modify the final hands because you don't have a circulatory or nervous system. So you'll be mentally controlling how they work. Sounds complicated, but easier than attaching all that other stuff. Now, put the ends of your arms in the powder at the same time. Fergus stood up and put the ends of his arms on the plates. Now hold still for a few seconds. James was leafing through the book. Found it. Okay, now slowly remove your hands and hold still. James looked at the ends of Fergus's arms. A blue glow started coming out of his soon-to-be wrists. It flowed and pulsated, growing very hand-shaped. Getting firmer, you can see fingers and a thumb forming on each hand. James controlled the growth with his mind, checking proportions. When all looked right, he closed his eyes and waved his hands back and forth, and the growth stopped. They're blue, complained Fergus. Who has blue hands? Sorry, the blue just came up. I figured if they were going to be invisible, it wouldn't really matter. Well, it looks weird, Fergus complained. How soon can we make them invisible? Anytime now. Wiggle your fingers and see how they work. Kind of get the feel of them, James said, smiling. Fergus spent some time getting to know his new hands, opening and closing and wiggling his fingers. Okay, I'm ready for the next step. James funneled the unused shinies back into the bottle and opened another jar. Say goodbye to the blue, James said as he sprinkled an orange powder over Fergus's hands. The blue faded away, and then slowly both hands faded away. You'll get used to them in a week or so, after you bump into lots of breakables. Fiona started to stir on the couch. Sitting up, she said, "Wow, I know everything. Do you want to know how gravity works?" We will continue the further adventures of Fergus McFluffface, Fiona, and friends next episode. Thanks for being here. And now, a word from our sponsors. Tattooed Ted's Taxidermy and Tow Truck Service. You bag it and we'll stuff it, preserving your kill since 1989. Ask about our new animatronics features. Make them come alive, and we'll tow your car.
So does he do tats, or is he just tatted up?
He is tatted up. He's got the whole history of the American Civil War on his back, from Antietam to the signing at wherever they did. The whole war is on there, and some submarines.
Glad he wears shirts.
Yeah, long sleeved, and no face tattoos, so he won't scare you. And by...
Okay, we're going to do Katie and Bella's Little Mermaid Emporium today. They're the best. If you're shopping for My Little Mermaid costumes, accessories, and friends, Katie and Bella will have it in stock, or they can order it for you. Ask about the glow-in-the-dark bubble wrap. I hear they have wonderful surroundings in the shop with all kinds of antique emporium furnishings. So drop by, look at their shop, play with their toys.
I think we have a graphic that they sent us. Yeah, there it is. Katie and Bella's My Little Mermaid Emporium, serving all your My Little Mermaid needs. Stop by and say hi. And by Sally Ann May's Forensic Cleaning Service, trauma cleaning and biohazard removal specialists. When you find yourself asking, who's going to clean up all this? Call Sally Ann May. She may or she may not.
Just be aware, Sally Ann is in the hospital right now. Some kind of infection, but we won't say. Expected to be out and available first of next week for new calls for cleaning service. Just to let you know, if you leave a message, she won't be able to get back with you for a while.
I wonder if it was job related.
Don't think about it.
No. We have a need and want. If you have anything to buy, sell, or trade, send us an email and we'll get it up in the next broadcast. Send us an email at cathouseproductions@gmail.com. Like that. The Bald Knob Free Thinking Pentecostal Church Choir is looking for an organist. Must be available Sunday all day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Call Reverend Marky M. Word and schedule an interview. This invitation does not apply to Beverly Holcomb. Sorry, Beverly.
Okay, so what we need to tell you is that children have a special place there. So when you visit, bring your kids, but keep an eye on them.
If you want your business advertised, send us an email at Cathouse Productions. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and follow us on the Book of Faces. We don't tweet, and we may never will. See you next time on Bald Knob Stories.
Wait.
What?
I have a request.
Please, yes.
Studio request. We need wardrobe and hairdressers.
Ah,
If there's any interns working at the junior college that are specializing in hairdressing or clothing design, please help us. Thank you.
you don't like my hair. Is it my hair? Or my tie? Oh well. See you next time on Bald Knob Stories. Keeping Bald Knob out there.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.